Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack. So if you guys follow me on Twitter or just really any social media outlets, you guys know that I'm not shy to share my opinions about the Overwatch hero cast. Whether it's just how BS they are, how broken they are, or how much I love them, I'm pretty open about it. However, I try not to let that make me too biased whenever it comes to like making videos, because I understand, there's a difference between being balanced and a difference between being broken. Some heroes are just good in the right hands, but then there's some heroes that I look at, it's like there's not really a significant place for you to fill in the Overwatch team. Like, some heroes can do your job even better than what you can do. And I think you know what I'm getting at, because today I did want to talk about Symmetra and why they decided to rework her and in a sense buff her. If you guys didn't even know that, let me give you like a quick rundown of all the buffs that's going on, because I don't want this to be like a video talking about her buffs, because it's not like brand news. I wanted to share my opinions and why she needs to be reworked. So I'm going to go real quick right here. So all these details come from Jeff Goodman. The first thing is that she's getting moved to the defense category. The next thing is that her turrets are now deployable, that can have more health, more slowdown, and do more damage, but you can only deploy up to 3. And now her main fire, primary fire, is now just like a Zarya beam, where it doesn't have to just lock on and charge over time. It still has to like charge over time to do a little bit more DPS, but not as much as before, and it's not a lock-on ability. Her secondary fire, her alternate fire, isn't like her little balls of death anymore. Now it's just literally explosions, where you still have to charge it and send it flying, but instead of just going through people, now it has impact damage and actually detonates and has an AoE damage. And now her E ability, her just regular ability, whereas before it was a photon barrier, now it's actually going to be her teleporter, where you actually have 25 meters to place the entrance and exit, whereas beforehand you would just build the end teleporter and just pop up right in the spawn room. So now that's going to be an E ability, where it also does now have less health, 300 to be exact. I will put most of the details on the screen because there's a lot, but now her ultimate is not going to be a shield gen. Shield gen is now gone, and teleporter is now her E ability. Now her ultimate ability is going to be a photon barrier, which is like her old ability, but instead of moving it, it's pretty much going to be like a big old May wall of just 5,000 shields. So you place it, it's stationary, and it's going to be able to block damage. You can walk past it. It's not like May's wall where it's an obstacle. It is transparent, but it's going to be able to block all this damage. So pretty much this is the brand new hero of Overwatch. She's definitely not the same girl. She's having a glow up period, y'all. And this is good for Symmetra. Y'all thought the Mercy glow up, y'all thought the Mercy changes was big news. Homies, this is a completely different hero, because now we get into the portion of the video where I actually give my thoughts about Symmetra, because Symmetra and Torbjorn and a little bit of May and Ana are not in a good spot, because like I said before, there's other heroes that can do the job better than these heroes, but especially Symmetra, man. She's just in a terrible spot. Now, I understand there's a small group of Symmetra mains that are dedicated to playing Symmetra, maybe even just one triggering her, and I'm not making this video to trigger you or to make you guys mad. I'm here to just try to explain and just try to reason with you guys and try to show you why Symmetra needed this rework, because even there's a big majority of people that's gonna say, oh, she's totally overpowered because she has a 5,000 shield, or she has like a no lock. There's gonna be people that think that this is the worst thing that ever comes to Symmetra. And again, I want to talk about this because Symmetra is in the worst spot ever, because there's only one benefit to running Symmetra, one single benefit, and that is a teleporter / shield generator. But usually you only run a shield generator when your team's doing really good, or you're on second point of Temple of Anubis, where you can block it in that little like back area. Really, the teleporter is the only thing that Symmetra is really good at, but that's assuming that your team's gonna die, and that's never a really good thing. Like, oh, I'm gonna use this because we're gonna die to the enemy team. Everything else about Symmetra isn't worth running. She's the slowest hero in Overwatch, does not have a lot of speed. Her damage is very minimal. She has minimal range. She can't destroy a Pharah. She can't destroy Reinhardt because it locks onto the shield, assuming that the Reinhardt is having his shield up. He can't destroy a soldier at range. So really, you're relying on the alternate fire to get you that range. But her alternate fire is just so slow to the point where you can just move out of the way that it's not really going to be doing damage. And if you are, you're getting pretty lucky, or you just know where the hot traffic areas on the map are. The next thing is going to be your photon barrier. I'm not saying all this to roast Symmetra. I'm trying to show you guys there's other options that can do everything that Symmetra does 10 times better. What's one thing that Symmetra can only do? Have a teleporter. But Like, that can still get destroyed if it's just in the back somewhere unaccounted for. Not to mention her high counter list to the point where is the payout even worth it? Because compared to a hero like Junkrat, who's also heavily countered, you get 120 damage every single time you throw out a grenade or throw out a C4. But then there's even more arguments and more problems that come with Symmetra, saying that, oh, she takes no skill sheet because she doesn't require to aim, and once she gets her charge, well, it's game over for everybody. All these arguments about her being an overpowered hero and her being the worst hero of all time just because of how she's built is the main reason why she needs a rework. And stuff like to her primary fire, where it's just going to be a constant beam that requires you to aim, and even to her ultimate to find the high trafficated areas where most damage are going to be coming, and placing that little shield barrier is going to be important too. There's aspects about her now with this rework that's possibly coming to the PTR that's going to make her a higher skill gap hero, which is what she's needing right now, because against good teams, she's really bad. Against really bad teams, she's really good. Some people can make the arguments with McCree, but here's the thing though, if you have really good aim with McCree, you're going to do good against bad teams and good teams because, well, you have great aim with McCree. That's called a skill-gapped hero. Same thing with Tracer, same thing with Genji. And I think that's going to be able to be achieved with this future Symmetra rework, because as it stands right now, we look at a hero like Genji and Tracer where anyone that picks them up will enjoy them, but isn't going to see success, isn't going to be the next #1 top 500 Genji and Tracer because it takes time. Symmetra, though, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you just have to press right trigger and hope they get in that little area, that little aim box of yours, but you can only go so far with it unless you, like, maybe have a team that's built around your Symmetra pick, that works with your Symmetra pick. It's just a big old mess whenever it comes to Symmetra, because I strongly feel like you can only go so far. Yes, people do find success with it. I mean, heck, people can make the same arguments with Mei, and I can be like, but I make it work, so it's all over the place. And this is why my frustration especially comes from heroes like Symmetra, because I want to make Symmetra work, but just the way that she's built right now is not in the best spot. But I do want to hear your guys' thoughts. Whether you play Symmetra or have never touched her before, what do you think of these reworks? Do you think it's needed, especially after I explained to you what the spot that she's in right now? Or do you think she was perfect the way that she was? I really want to hear your arguments about how she's perfect the way she is right now. I truly do. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Good luck to all you new Symmetra mains that are possibly coming in the future, and good luck to the current ones. I love you guys, and bye.